Now, opposition parties have raised concerns over what they believe is the ANC's intentional blurring of lines between party and state for its election campaign purposes. This week, the Gauteng provincial government brought 6 electricity transformers online in parts of Soweto. The party's publicity department was all over social media platform touting this event as an ANC deliverable. Newzroom Afrika's Juniour Khumalo has filed this report.
The ANC has vehemently denied intentionally blurring the lines between party and state deliverables ahead of next year's elections. Instead, the party claims that, like any other political formation, its social media department merely gives credit where it's due, especially if its public representatives deliver necessary services. Opposition parties are, however, up in arms, claiming that the desperate governing party is using all the tricks in the book, including intentionally blurring the lines.
Regarding matters in Gauteng, the transformer replacement program, something that has really been hailed by many South Africans, even those that don't reside in Gauteng, hailed as something that represents a real accelerated service delivery intervention. And it's not by accident. It is because the ANC is very intentional about fixing those things that can be fixed. Not because we're going to an election, but because it's important that we should be seen by our people to be acting on those things that can be fixed.
ANC regalia was the order of the day, while the social media posting all suggested that the ANC was the people's saving grace. Ironically, 2 weeks ago, during a President Cyril Ramaphosa-led oversight visit in Mfuleni, ANC government officials denied access to EFF members for wearing party attire at a state event. Despite the governing party's claims that no lines were blurred between the state and party, community members were left convinced that it was an ANC event.
Beku meeting ANC vele. Upanyaza vele losing ANC. Uyayibona leyo nto leyo.
Upanyaza le yana ke na motho thusitse ngaholo wa ti ramolebo wa motho.
Action SA Gauteng chairperson Funzi Ngobeni said the service delivery crisis was self-inflicted as the 2 most affected cities in the province were led by token mayors put in power through an ANC-EFF coalition.
This is what the Premier has been doing for the past few months as we get closer to the elections. You'll remember this started with crime wardens, the Nazi Spani, and other government initiatives that he's using them for party political campaign.
The ANC has denied that the initiative was punted as a party initiative.
The ANC, of course, always amplifies positive messages that come from our government, national and provincial, as we should, as any party does.
Despite the fanfare that surrounded the launch, some residents are still faced with the lack of electricity.
Ugesi basawulungisa ukakabuyi basafaka intambo benzana ushoda lo muzi lokuphuka amawindo lola ukuthi bafake kuya ndini after babalayitela uyabo mara still noma intambo ziyafakwa ziyatshontsho ngoba ngapha bafakile mara uyabona lapha kuna cable.
Ngobeni said his party will be asking law enforcement to look into whether there is a possibility that the ANC may have, in its numerous government initiatives, utilized state money for the party purposes.
We'll definitely be highlighting this and taking them through the processes of state, including reporting them to the authorities like the SIU and so forth. It is our intention to continue investigating and getting more information on the Nazi Spani, for example, to see how many people, how many ANC cadres benefited from that.
Action SA is also challenging the Gauteng government's refusal to give it access to documentation revealing how it went about appointing citizens through the Nazi Spani initiative. for Newzroom Afrika on Channel 405, I'm Juniour Khumalo in Johannesburg.